Good morning. Welcome to the inaugural Fall Varsity Student Athlete Recognition Ceremony. Just this fall, 242 Del Barton students participated on a fall team, which is truly remarkable. This morning, Del Barton School and our athletic department is very excited to recognize all 124 varsity athletes from our fall season, and we cannot thank each of you for the time, the energy, and the effort you have put into your team's success and the school's success this past season. With that, I would like to invite Father Michael to the podium for his opening remarks.
Good morning, everyone. As Dr. Negrin said, this is the first fall season all-team athletic recognition ceremony. So yes, it is new in that sense, but this event and the one we'll do for the winter and for the spring seasons actually takes us back to Del Barton's very beginnings. When we were a much, much smaller school in the late 1940s and the early 1950s, athletic recognition happened once a year at an event at the end of the school year for every team, and only for seniors. So we thought we would build on that and expand on that by recognizing every varsity athlete, but in particular, the senior class, and to thank them for the example and the leadership that they've set, not just for their teammates, but for the entire student body. And what better way to recognize those who've committed so much time and effort and energy into our athletic program than here in this special place with all of their peers, their friends, and the coaches and staff who make it possible for them to do what they do and to grow as student athletes here at Del Barton. And so what we will do is recognize each team in turn. Each head coach will have the opportunity to share with you his thoughts on the season, and then we will have an opportunity to recognize all of our varsity athletes. The seniors will have an additional recognition in May. For the first time since the early 1950s, we will be having a senior athletics recognition dinner, as well as a senior arts and activities recognition dinner, to particularly celebrate senior leadership and the senior class as they head towards commencement and life beyond Del Barton. And so with that, I'd like to ask Mr. Colin Frost, the head coach of our cross-country program, to begin the program by speaking about the 2025 cross-country season.
Good morning. Before I start talking about cross-country, I would like to take one moment and congratulate our other fall sports athletes on a wonderful season. You have made your coaches proud and continue to serve and strengthen the Del Bartonhood Brotherhood with your commitment. I'm really proud to be up here representing cross-country. We had a strong year in the conference and county, finishing 4th and 5th respectively. We also finished as conference dual meet runner-up with a 5-1 record. What makes this even more meaningful is that we did so with a young and inexperienced group. At our best performance, of our top 7 athletes, 2 had only been in the program for 2 years, 2 had been in the program for 3 years, and 3 were making their Del Barton cross-country debut. That says quite a bit about the guys who were willing to step up and take on bigger roles. What I appreciated most about this group was their consistency. They showed up, they worked hard, they competed hard, and they kept high standards for themselves. This is difficult to do, especially for a team that is still figuring things out. They supported each other, and they represented Del Barton well at every single meet. Gentlemen, you have made your coaching staff, your parents, and each other proud to be a part of Del Barton cross country. Looking ahead, I'm excited. A lot of these guys are coming back, and now they've got real experience to build on. We've got a strong and talented group, we've got momentum, and we've got a culture that's moving in the right direction. I'm proud of what we did this year, and I'm looking forward to what we can do next. Congratulations to the Del Barton cross country team and to all of our fall sports teams.
When your name is called, please come forward. Please hold your applause until each grade level of the varsity cross country team is announced. For 9th grade, Thomas Abraham. James Colangelo. Ryan Dorfler. Hironori Momonoi. Ryan Smith. Daniel Tuck. Mason Varnekas. Adam Webb. Congratulations. For 10th grade, Patrick Colello. Noah Daly. Jonathan Gels. Arsh Gupta. Matthew Heyer. Daniel Kim. Connor Chow. Congratulations. For 11th grade, Joshua Akapo. Lucian Brett. Hans Clovis. Matthew Fick. Andrew Kapp. Ryan Leuenberger. Augustin Rodriguez. Todd Smith. Thatcher Wingington. Congratulations. For 12th grade, Dylan Byrne. Alistair Eck. Matthew O'Reilly. Joshua Peroni. And Neil Van Kirk. Congratulations.
Now to recognize the varsity football program. Assistant coaches from our varsity football staff, John Osler, Luke Trelonzio, RJ Cobbs, Patrick Cummings, Tim Fell, Rob Flynn, Elijah Hills, Matt Liotti, Ross Martin, Dylan Mikolas, Dave Reed, Nick Russo, Zach Tabor, and head coach, Mr. Brian Bowers. Thank you for your work. Coach Bowers, if you could please come up here to address the crowd. Thank you.
Good Good morning, everybody. Okay. Pleasure to be here with everyone this morning to talk about this 2025 football team. From the outside, our season may have looked like a frustrating roller coaster. Some highs, some lows, and lots of in between. And to be honest, there's some truth in that. Finishing 4-6 and exiting first round of the playoffs is not what we hoped for. Doesn't match the standard set by our last two seasons, or 79-year football tradition, or the winning culture that defines Del Barton athletics. On the surface, that part of the story may fall on the lower end of the achievement spectrum. But that's only a small part of the story. To truly understand what this 2025 season meant, you have to zoom out a little bit. First, this team won the Super Football Conference United White Division Championship. Us, St. Peter's Prep, and DePaul all finished 3-1 in our division. Essentially, we all beat each other. We beat DePaul, St. Peter's Prep beat us, and DePaul beat St. Peter's Prep. And that gave us our third straight Super Football Conference United White Championship. That's the first time anyone in our conference has ever three-peated, and that's an awesome accomplishment. Yeah, crank it up here a little bit. Thank you. But even more important is how our season measured up against the mission of Del Barton School. That same mission that's posted on every wall of every classroom and locker room at Del Barton. Hopefully you've noticed it. This is the mission that we use to measure our football program's ultimate success. The big three pieces of our school mission are, number one, to build character, number two, to pursue excellence, and number three, to develop leadership. The ultimate question for any Del Barton man or any Del Barton team is simple. Did we fulfill our mission? Number one, building character. Well, character grows when you are willing to do hard things. We say it all the time. When 92% of our varsity football players show up every morning in June, July, and August, 5 days a week at 7:45 a.m. in the heat while friends are at the beach or still asleep, that's doing hard things. When you choose to play a non-conference opponents like St. Edward's and Malvern Prep, perennial top 5 programs in Ohio and Pennsylvania, two of the strongest football states in the country, that's doing hard things. And when your schedule includes 6 of the top 10 teams in New Jersey, including the number 1, number 2, and number 3, you're absolutely doing hard things. This team embraced that challenge. Character was built, no question about it. Number 2, pursuing excellence. The key word is pursue. Achieving true excellence is very rare. You guys will find that out in life. Most likely, it's a fleeting moment of significant accomplishment. That's the reward for the relentless pursuit. But the only way to pursue it consistently without getting frustrated or resentful is to live in what we call a one-play universe. Don't dwell on the last play. Don't fear the next one. Win this play. This is our mantra of our football team. It's a simple concept, but very difficult to attain and very difficult to maintain. But this team did it. We were young, we were tested early, we lost 3 of our first 4 games. Sky's falling, wide margins, kind of got our doors blown off. But instead of fracturing, our team leaned into the win this play mindset and responded with 3 straight divisional wins to lock up a share of the championship. 2 of those wins were against our biggest rivals. We absolutely crushed that team from West Orange by the score of 28-7, and you better get it up for that. We decisively beat DePaul, the number 4 ranked team in the state at that point, and ended up winning the non-public B championship. We beat them by a score of 28-6 at home. So for me and for this team, yeah, get it up for that too. Those are 2 shining examples of the benefit of believing in our mission, the pursuit of excellence, no matter what. Lastly, developing leadership. So I teach leadership. I've taught it for the last 15 years. I absolutely love it. I try to get better at it every day. It's the hardest thing that I ever do, hardest thing that you'll ever do. You feel like you're failing all the time. It can be painful, but man, this is the stuff of what you are entering into with your life. You need to develop leadership. So this is the big picture part of Del Barton. Leadership means making people around you better. We define in our football program leadership by simply be a great teammate. That's it. Be a great teammate. If you're a great teammate, you earn respect. And when you earn respect, you gain the ability to influence others in a positive way, and that's leadership. All season long, I saw our players step up. In the effort of our scout teams, who typically don't play on Saturdays and bust their butt all week just to make the dude in front of them a little bit better. In the honesty of our team building sessions and in the daily commitment to each other. We were confronted with the unthinkable this season with the sudden and tragic loss of one of our beloved coaches, Coach Mangold, a man who stood for everything that's good in sports and in life, a man who gave so much to us. Our players and coaches rallied to support and comfort each other, and this will continue to happen. This was the moment in life where the rubber meets the road of be a great teammate, being there for each other in times of need. And I'm extremely proud of the way our team has handled this unimaginable tragedy, and will continue to do so. Special shout out to our seniors. They have been a huge part of the extraordinary success of their 3 varsity years. 3 state championships, playing at MetLife their sophomore year is pretty awesome stuff. And they've passed the torch to these guys right here with humility, by example, with integrity. That's the Del Barton way. They have been great teammates. In closing, we're all competitive here. No one more so than me. Yes, we didn't win a state championship. But we will continue to pursue a state championship with every fiber that we have. And learning the lessons of this season has only strengthened the desire of our underclassmen right here to attack this offseason with an effort that is unknown to mankind. Stole that one from Coach Jim Harbaugh, and I love it. And will bring us a new level of greatness next season if they commit to it. If they commit to it right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. But this season, this team accomplished all 3 elements of our mission as Del Barton men. They built character, they pursued excellence, they developed leadership. And for that, I could not be more proud of the 2025 Del Barton football team. Thanks for listening to me, everybody.
When your name is called, please come forward. Please hold your applause until each grade level of the varsity football team is announced. For 9th grade, Darren Brown. Adrian Hunter. Jaden Schmalz. Congratulations. For 10th grade, Matthew Carroll. Owen Caraselli. Brennan Coughlin. Chaz Cusimano. Joseph De Silva. Brian Doherty. James Fitzpatrick. Andrew Francis. Gavin Gallardi. Michael Giordano. Thomas Gray. Brody Ishmael. Austin Kiley. Christopher Poliseno. Andre Roberson. Xavier Rodriguez. Logan Romaine. Meshach St. Agath. Nick Truey. Grant Van Raphorst. Marco Vesecchia. Congratulations. For 11th grade, Vincent Aquilaire. Liam Barber. Sean Bolger. Giovanni Bouchel. Jack Castellano. Noah Christie. Noah Chittarello. Nicholas Conti. Mateo Crawford. Ryan Desimone. Christian Deal. Jackson Edwards. Ryan Giacopelli. Andrew Henson. Kobe Irby Mason. Brooks Kepke. Tanner Koss. Sawyer Lukansky. Maximilian Marco. Luke McBride. Zachary McNeil. Michael Perillo. Matthew Shivas. Salvatore Sprague. John Trafford. Luke Van Valkenburg. Adam Wells. Easton Wendorf. Hudson Yee. Congratulations. For 12th grade, Colin Brady. Michael Carroll. Emmett Coy. Jack Christie. Christopher Daddis. Giuseppe DiPietro. Alex Fazikis. Philip Garubo. Charles Handel. Dever Hanlon. Chase Hauser. Hunter Kivler. Stephen Cookin. Robert Lannon. Devin Martin. Quentin Mogula. Thomas Murphy. Matthew O'Leary. Michael Sclafani. Nicholas Stoll. Matthew Tafuri. Gerard Yu. Congratulations.
Now on to our soccer team. First, we'd like to acknowledge our coaching staff, assistant coaches, Josh Hartle, Juan Ocampo, Jake Ross, and our head coach, Dr. David Donovan. Dr. Donovan, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Tony. Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to speak on behalf of the Delbarton Varsity soccer team at this inaugural event. The 2025 Delbarton Varsity team celebrated another championship season at 40 Acres Athletic Complex. The group came together, rallied around each other, fought a lot of adversity this year, and battled their way to championship over the course of 23 games, finishing with a record of 17-5-1. But more importantly, they carried on the tradition of Delbarton soccer and continued that legacy, which has been built for many generations. One of the cool things we think about the program, and many programs might share this also, is the number of people who were part of the program, parents and players, who will touch base with us talking about how proud they are of the team and how much they still follow us and support us and attend alumni games. So we felt that this year, and they continue that legacy of strong play, sportsmanship, and character. You know, our motto is discipline, accountability, teamwork, and growth. discipline, accountability, teamwork, and growth. Discipline we see as an internal orientation, how we as players and people command ourselves. Accountability is then we turn outward and how we are accountable and held to certain standards with our teammates. Once that's in place, the teamwork comes together, and then through those efforts, growth happens, ideally. And we feel that has happened this year. It began in the summer. Summer waned. Boys gathered at Passarelli track to do the Cooper test, which is 2 miles in 12 minutes. Then they had a very grinding preseason, and then played non-conference games against the likes of Chaminade, St. Augustine, MKA, and Hun, and then on to a difficult NJAC season. This was an extremely rigorous schedule, probably the toughest we've ever had as a team since I've been the coach. And they came away with very strong showings and some comfortable victories and some uncomfortable ones. Their character was tested throughout. We actually competed probably in only a quarter of the games this season with a full complement of the team. In other words, people were injured throughout the season, and guys 20, 21, 22 deep on our roster had to step up and represent, and they did very well. And we were very proud of that. So the team did run through a rough stretch. They had a loss and a tie with St. Augustine and Chaminade at our tournament. We invite some of the top teams in the Mid-Atlantic region to come and play, and we host them. And that was a tough run. We were not fully healthy, but how did they respond? With 5 straight shutouts and outscoring our opponents 24-0 in the next 5 games, because that's just what they did. They stepped up. And in doing so, the team won a very competitive NJAC American Championship in a division that featured 3 sectional finalists. 7 teams we played this year were in the top 10 of the state this year, according to the NJ.com. The state run was also a highlight. They won state playoff games against St. Joseph's Montvale 6-0. Then to Oradell to face Bergen Catholic in a highly competitive game to win 2-1 against a very tough Oradell team or Bergen Catholic team away on a postage stamp of a field. And then, of course, our final game, which was our final game last year in the state sectional final against #1 ranked team in the country, St. Benedict's. And we ended up losing 3-2 in overtime. But if you watched the game, I think everybody walked away very proud of what our boys did. The most proud thing I think of that the coaching staff is of the players is probably, in addition to overcoming adversity with the injuries and still facing and succeeding in a challenging schedule, is many people might not know this, but our team voluntarily 6 weeks every fall and 6 weeks every spring on Friday nights from 6 to 7:30, work with students or children with developmental disabilities. And they come, and it's top soccer, and they teach them social skills and soccer skills. And it's a wonderful testament to their character. It's strictly voluntary, and the turnout is phenomenal. So taken as a piece or as a whole, on the field, off the field, facing adversity, and still yielding a championship season, I couldn't be more proud of the legacy our seniors have left us, and certainly look forward to this group stepping up and continuing that. Thank you very much.
When your name is called, please come forward. Please hold your applause until each grade level of the varsity soccer team is announced. For 9th grade, Matt Brusco, Jordan Douglas, Cortland Martin. Congratulations. For 10th grade, Aiden Abiri, Ryan Alessi, Henry Farrow, Max Horwitz, Evan Johnson. Luke Miller. Owen Mulhern. Gabe Rotolo. Vayun Swami. Peter Wynn. Congratulations. For 11th grade, Dylan Mazzarella. Caleb McCormick. Max Miller. Liam Murphy. Ryan Shannon. Congratulations. For 12th grade, Will Antonin. Marcus Arthur. Griffin Bright. Skanda Damaraju. Ted Grippo. Luke Guarino. Steer Kandawal. Henry Kovacs. Peter Lines. Owen Miller. Franco Pierulli. Ben Robb. Sebastian Rubio. Frank Zupa. Congratulations. Every year, each athletic program distinguishes student athletes based on their leadership, their perseverance, and their commitment to their teammates. Today, we are happy to recognize those underclassmen student athletes who have been selected by their coaching staffs to receive such distinction. Please come forward when your name is called and hold all your applause until all awards are presented. The Cross Country Most Valuable Player Award is presented to Ryan Leuenberger. The Cross Country Rookie of the Year Award is presented to Hans Clovis. The Cross Country Most Improved Athlete Award is presented to Jonathan Gels. The Football Commitment Award is presented to Vincent Ackler. And the Football JV Player Award is presented to Ryan Giacopelli. Congratulations. Special awards for seniors in all sports will be presented at our Senior Athletics Banquet in May 2026.
Let's please have another round of applause for all of our varsity student athletes and coaches. Okay, just before we conclude, a couple of thank yous. I have Coach Sherwood and Coach O'Reilly on stage here. Thank you for all the work you do with our cross-country program as well. Thank you. To conclude this ceremony, I would like to welcome up senior Will Antonin, who will share a reflection on his experience as not just a Del Barton student athlete, but the impact Del Barton athletics has had on his journey as a leader and young man. Will, the podium is yours.
Good morning, everybody. For those who don't know me, my name is Will Antonin. I'm currently a senior here who plays soccer. I couldn't dream of starting this speech with anything but thank yous to Mr. Thompson and Mr. Cocozella, to Mr. Murphy and Mr. DeMeo, to Dr. Donovan, Mr. Ocampo, Mr. Del Gershio, Mr. Ross, Mr. Hartle, to all the athletic trainers, to all the housekeeping staff, to Dr. Negrin and Father Michael for bringing me on stage, and especially to my parents who have given me the resources and affection that have brought me before you all today. I couldn't have done it alone, and I'm forever grateful to each and every one of you. I know it's been a long ceremony, but please listen up for the next 5 minutes. I think I have something really important to say. I want you all to think about the activities you do at Del Barton. For all the athletes and the non-athletes, such as those in the arts or participating in clubs, I want you to take a moment and truly think about why you do what you do. What made and makes these times special to you? Now, please consider this quote as I continue. It's about the journey, not the destination. Whenever I'm giving a prospective family a tour of Del Barton as part of the Student Ambassadors program, one of their first questions is always what makes the athletic programs here so special? And every time I struggle, because the experiences I've had here on and off the field is hard to describe through words alone. But I think I finally found the answer. Just a few weeks ago, we lost in the safe sectional finals to the #1 nationally ranked St. Benedict's on a walk-off goal in overtime. Heartbreaking. Yet as I walked off the field, I realized I wasn't just distraught over the loss. I was upset because I wouldn't be able to drive to practice the next day. I wouldn't be able to hear another one of Coach Ross's pregame talks or be able to walk down the steps to Ryan Field before a game. I'd never again drive down the long road to Ryan Field with my boys before practice or party in the locker room after a big win. I was upset that we couldn't reward the Pit for coming out to Newark on a random Thursday night to watch their brothers compete. However, that's not exactly an answer to what makes the athletics at Del Barton so special. Through the coaches, the parents, our fellow students, and the alumni, the Del Barton community gives so much to the athletes here that it's hard not to be inspired. There's a sense of unwavering support in the Green Wave. The idea that we are working together for something bigger than just ourselves, a tiny piece of history that we get to build here and now. I think I can speak for all the students here when I say that these times are special, something we will take with us beyond this place. And not just because of the things we've accomplished, but the moments we've shared with the brothers right next to us. Hard things become so much easier with strong people around us, and Del Barton is no different. Whether it be on the field, on or off the field, the people here help us hone our abilities and develop our values of discipline, compassion, communication, and in all the traits fitting of a Del Barton student. And as I leave this school and these teams behind, it fills me with pride, knowing that I can say that my brothers and I will forever have a piece of ourselves here. So I ask our coaches and parents, please to continue to support these students in their athletic journeys. I know the long days of practice and nationwide schedules are strenuous, but the memories and lessons learned will take us beyond our campus on 230 Mendham Road. And ask my underclassmen, please enjoy these high school years. Put in the work during every practice. Play each game like it's your last, because in the end, your Del Barton athletics experience won't be that one state finals game your senior year. It will be the accumulation of 4 years of effort and dedication that you'll remember for the rest of your lives. That's what will matter to you the most. As I move to college, I will miss being part of a team that supports me through the good and the bad, whether that be freshman, JV, or varsity. I am leaving behind a place that has helped me grow in body and spirit, and it feels like the end. But I know the values of discipline, accountability, community, and leadership have run their course. Changed me from the 9th grader I once was to the college-bound Delbarton man I am now. Because in the end, sports are like life, and the value always comes from the games and the players around us rather than any trophy on the shelf. Now, when I think back on the quote I gave at the beginning, it's about the journey, not the destination. I think we must have gotten it all wrong. It's about the company. Thank you.
Please stand. And let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the many blessings you have poured upon our Delbarton community, and especially upon our student athletes, for the talents you have entrusted to them, for the lessons learned in teamwork and perseverance, for the friendships formed on fields, courts, trails, and in every place where they strive for excellence. As we conclude this celebration of their hard work and growth in the 2025 fall season, we thank you also for their coaches, parents, and mentors who guide them with wisdom and encouragement, and for the spirit of brotherhood that makes Delbarton a true school of the Lord's service. In this Advent season, strengthen us today as one community rooted in Christian hope and gratitude for all your good gifts. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Please remain standing for the alma mater.
Three. 1, 2, 3.